I was walking with my friends when all of a sudden, a portal opened up beneath us. Now I'll have to save them from a terrifying monster called Vecna. Can I actually survive 100 days in this place? On day 1, I found myself on the ground in front of my high school, but the whole world was dark and strange, like it was some kind of weird upside-down version. I tried calling out to my friends. Chuck? Sam? Is anyone out there?
Somebody help!
Someone was in trouble. It sounded like it came from inside the school. And when I rushed inside, there was one of the cheerleaders from my class in there. And she was being attacked by some kind of monster.
Stay away! Bad dog!
If I didn't do something quick, that thing might eat her. Don't worry, I'll save you. I threw a rock at the creature to distract it, and it worked like a charm. That left only one problem, though. Uh-oh. It charged right at me, and I barely got out of its way. I needed to do something, and quick. That's when I felt this strange sensation in my head, like there was some kind of power within me. I used the power to lift the monster into the air, and I threw it against the wall as hard as I could. It was like I was some kind of superhero. Take that! After I defeated the monster, I looked over to the cheerleader, but she still looked scared of me.
What? What are you?
It's just me, Bumpy. We go to school together.
Don't come any closer.
Talk about ungrateful. I couldn't just leave her out there where the monsters might get her, so I went after her, and that's when I saw it. Some kind of freaky, rotting monster guy with tentacles, and he was going after the cheerleader.
No! Get away from me!
Your suffering shall end.
That monster was gonna kill her. I tried to reach out with whatever powers I had used in the school, but it was like someone hit me in the head with a shovel. Suddenly, everything went black. On day 2, I woke up with a pounding headache. It felt like someone filled my brain with rocks and shook it around. Luckily, that monster was nowhere to be seen, but I wasn't gonna stick around to find out. I knew I needed to find my friends before I could think of finding a way out of here. After searching the town, I suddenly heard a familiar voice.
Batters up! Come and get some! Woo, boy! Home run!
That was Chuck, all right, putting his skills from the diamond to work.
That's right! Run home to your mamas! Or whatever.
I hurried over to my friend. Chuck, you're alive!
Bumpy! Man, am I ever glad to see you!
Have you seen Sam?
No, but you know Sam. She's probably got this whole place figured out already.
That's our Sam. Come on, let's find her and get out of here before those bat things come back.
Lead the way, buddy.
On day 3, Chuck and I were exploring the town hoping to find Sam when we saw another one of those monster dogs. Only, it seemed more distracted with something else.
Talk about ugly.
We should help!
Hold on, look!
Always getting roped into things like this.
Sam!
Glad you're okay, Sam.
Of course I'm okay. This isn't any worse than our last dungeon crawl. Okay, so it's a little bit worse.
Come on, let's get out of here. Once we had found a place to hide, we all filled each other in on what had happened to us. Needless to say, when I mentioned my strange powers, my friends were a bit skeptical at first.
So you're saying you're a superhero, basically?
Are you sure you didn't hit your head on the way here?
Guys, we're in an alternate dimension. Is having powers really that crazy?
Guess you've got a point. So, how are we gonna get out of here?
Well, luckily, we got ourselves a proper adventuring party.
What do you mean?
Well, you're obviously a barbarian, Chuck. I'm a rogue, of course, and Bumpy is a sorcerer, because he's magic now, apparently.
So you're saying we should treat this like it's Dungeons and Dragons?
Exactly.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
On day 4, my friends and I searched the town for some way out, but we weren't having much luck. Then we heard a familiar and not very welcome sound.
It's those dogs again!
Everybody run!
Don't even try it!
We need to get that door closed.
Oh, Chuck, watch out!
Thanks, Bumpy. Hey, you don't look so good.
Yeah, just a little dizzy. After I used my powers against those monsters, I was barely able to open my eyes. My head was pounding, and everything was just a blur. I wasn't even sure how much time had passed. Was it hours, days, weeks? All I could do was sleep and hope the pain went away. On day 8, I woke up feeling a little bit better. My brain was still a mess, but at least I could think. Somewhat, anyways. Hey, Chuck. Where's Sam?
Hey, you're up! Was worried for a minute there. Sam went out to scout, as she called it.
Well, she is our rogue after all.
Talking about me?
How did you get up there?
Don't worry about it.
Did you find anything out there?
Oh, you bet I did. You guys aren't gonna believe this.
The next day, Sam led us out into the woods to show us what she found. It was some sort of facility, definitely for some kind of mysterious government agency. Like everything else in this weird dimension, it was broken and crumbling. We snuck inside to check it out.
What is this place?
That's the question, isn't it?
Come on, guys, get searching. This place definitely has something to do with all of this. We searched for anything that would give us a clue to get home. But as we did, I heard a deep grumbling. Chuck, please tell me that was your stomach.
That wasn't me.
Over there!
Everyone run! On day 10, after we hid in a room overnight to escape the creature, we decided to venture out in search of clues about what was going on here.
Nothing in this one.
This was definitely some kind of research facility. I can't read much of these papers, though.
Wait, guys, I think I found something here. Look at this. Human experimentation, alternate dimensions. These guys were definitely behind all this.
Then maybe there's a way back home somewhere around here.
It says that they found rifts opening up around Hawkins. They must mean the portals. I think we should keep looking around.
I don't think we have much choice. Listen.
All right, team, let's move. But roll for stealth. On day 11, we ventured further inside the strange facility, hoping we'd find some way back home. Then we stumbled across something really strange.
Whoa! What is this place?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
This place, there was something about it that seemed familiar. My skin was crawling. Hey guys, I think I've been here before.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I'm just getting some really crazy deja vu. Chuck, look out!
Not good! Not good!
The monster was about to get Chuck, and I knew I had to do something. I reached out for that power once more. Get away from my friend! Yeah, take that! My head.
Bumpy, come on! We gotta get out of here!
We spent the next 2 days searching for the portals those papers in the facility mentioned. My head still hurt from earlier, and I kept having weird dreams about those weird rooms we found. Or were they memories? Scientists, soldiers, kids with shaved heads? Totally weird stuff. On day 14, we still hadn't found one of those portals, but we were finding plenty of trouble.
Trouble incoming!
Bad dogs!
I tried to reach out with my powers, but I just couldn't do it. Guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Bumpy, do it!
Yeah, take that! We did it! I'd say we just leveled up. On day 15, we were near the trailer park when I saw that same freaky monster dude again. Quick, hide!
Gross!
That was the same thing I saw on my first day here.
Yeah, that was definitely a lich. Let's not mess with it, all right?
Wait, if another student came in, maybe that means there's a portal nearby. Come on, guys, we might still get out of here yet. The next few days were more scouting, but that didn't mean we went unnoticed. Fortunately, we were a lot tougher than we were before. I still couldn't use my powers, but a good fist to the face still worked pretty well on most things. Take that, and that, and that! On day 19, we were starting to think we were gonna be stuck here forever when we finally saw it. Look, a portal! That's our ticket out of here. Let's go!
We've got company!
Time to run the gauntlet. Bumpy, you need to do something.
My friends were in real trouble. I reached out for that power and fought through the pain. Hurry! I can't hold them for long!
Come on, Bumpy!
On my way. Time to go home. I woke up with my face in the grass. Wait, grass? I looked up and saw greens and browns and blue sky above. We were back. Guys, wake up. We're home.
We are. Nice one, Bumpy.
I can't wait to sleep in my own bed.
I'm afraid you're going to have to wait a little longer.
Who the heck are you?
Unfortunately, you're not the one asking the questions here. Take them into holding. I'll be interrogating these ones personally.
Great! How are we gonna get out of this one? On days 20 to 27, I was being kept as a prisoner. I think my friends were too, but I hadn't seen them since we were captured. Whoever these guys were, they weren't the FBI. The person in charge, who called himself Director Gray, would come in to question me about what had happened.
So, tell me again how you managed to survive the creatures that attacked you.
My friends and I were just lucky, I guess.
You know, I'm having a little trouble believing that. You see, I know a lot more about you than you think, Bumpy.
Jeez, that's creepy.
It's my job to know things. Like how I know you're not just a normal teenager.
You're right. I'm not. I'm actually way cooler than a normal teenager.
You don't remember much about your childhood, do you, Bumpy?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll have you talking soon enough. Take him back to his cell. And Bumpy, if you ever want to see your friends again, you should start being a little more talkative.
On day 28, the director seemed to be getting pretty frustrated, but no way was I gonna tell this guy anything. He wasn't gonna let my friends or me go even if I did.
I can help you, Bumpy. You just need to start talking to me.
Sorry, guy, but I was told never to talk to strangers.
I've had enough of your silly one-liners.
Looks like someone's in trouble.
Be quiet. You guard him. I'll find out what's going on.
As the gray guy left, I heard some sounds coming from the hallway. Sounded like something crazy was going on out there. This might be my chance. I definitely wouldn't get a better distraction than this. I reached out for that power once again. Time for a nap. Time to blow this joint. Whatever was going on out here, I needed to find my friends and fast. I started looking everywhere for Chuck and Sam, but the whole place was going crazy. Avoiding all the soldiers was bad enough, but then I saw one of those creatures from the parallel dimension running around too. I gotta find my friends before that thing does. Finally, I opened a door, and there they were.
Bumpy!
Am I ever glad to see you guys?
Talk later? More getting us out of here, maybe.
Right, on it. Once I got Sam and Chuck freed, it was time to make our great escape. I led us to a door and looked around. Coast is clear. Let's move, guys. We snuck out down the hallways, trying to find a way out. It wasn't easy, but we did manage to hide from the guards long enough for Sam to remember how to get back to the entrance.
I think it's this way.
We ran for the entrance, but there was Director Gray. And even worse, the monster.
Fire!
Now's our chance.
No! Someone stop them! No! No!
After we escaped the facility, we ran back through the woods to town, avoiding anyone we came across. We got to my house and snuck in through the basement window. We should be safe here. My parents are on a trip to Canada or something. They probably don't even know I'm gone.
It won't be long before those soldiers start looking for us again.
I think they'll be busy for a while. Plus, they'd never expect us to hide right under their noses.
But what are we gonna do? I was supposed to have a game this week.
Look, before any of that, we need to see to the necessities. Who's hungry? After that, we slept, ate, and tried to come up with a plan. Sam and Chuck both wanted to go home, but we knew it'd be too dangerous. I wasn't able to help in the planning much, though, because that headache came back and it was getting really hard to think. I just hoped we'd figure something out soon. On day 35, we were resting in the basement when suddenly I heard a loud noise from upstairs. I hurried over to the stairs to investigate. Maybe my parents came home early. I'll investigate. That's not my parents. They found us. It's the soldiers. We gotta get out of here. Come on, this way. I took the lead and led us to the window, helping my friends out. There were more soldiers around, but we ran as quick and quiet as we could and somehow managed to escape. But now we were back on the run again. The next day, we hid around the town, avoiding anyone we came across. We just couldn't risk talking to anyone at this point and endangering them too. We didn't know what to do, but for now, avoiding being captured was our #1 worry.
Hey, do you guys hear that?
It's coming from the school.
The school dance.
Can't we just sneak in and grab some snacks?
Don't be dumb, Chuck. Everyone knows we're missing by now.
Hey, guys, do you feel weird?
Are you okay, Bumpy?
I just feel like something bad is about to happen.
What? What's going on?
What is that?
Bumpy!
Guys? On day 37, I woke up only to find myself back in that creepy dimension. How How unfair was that? I looked around for my friends, but there was nobody in sight. Was I alone here? Chuck? Sam? Is anyone out there? Oh, we totally split the party. Nothing. It was just me. Well, me and whatever horrible monsters live in this place. Speaking of which, I spotted some movement out of the corner of my eye. It was one of those bat things. Oh, come on. Already? Can't you eat something else? I dodged the bat monster's attacks, but it wasn't gonna leave me alone. I needed to take this thing down. Prepare for a blast of some mind powers. I reached out for my powers, but it was like a hammer hitting my head. I thought I was a goner, but then I saw Chuck's bat lying right beside me. Batters up or something. Take that! Not so tough now, are you? Now that I defeated my first enemy solo, I knew I couldn't stick around here long. I needed to find another portal before that freaky lich guy found me. It was time to get moving. On day 38, I was doing some investigation when one of those dog monsters started chasing me. I got up high, but it looked like I was going to be trapped. My powers still weren't working either. Then I remembered the trick Sam used. Luckily, I still had a sandwich tucked into my pocket from earlier. I threw it as far as I could, and that gave me enough of a distraction to escape. Better to be hungry than to be food. The next few days I spent doing my best to find a portal, dodging monsters, and basically just getting more and more desperate. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to make it out of this place. Everything just seemed so hopeless. I knew I needed to regroup and figure something out, so I went back to my home. Well, the creepy version of it, and got some rest. On day 44, I was feeling pretty down on my luck, stuck here in this place by myself. But then I heard something weird. It was someone talking, but it sounded really faint.
It's the only way we're gonna find Bumpy.
How are we even supposed to find another portal?
It was my friends. I could hear them somehow. But could they hear me? Chuck? Sam? Can you guys hear me? There was no response. I guess this was only a one-way conversation. Then I saw something weird, like a faint, glowing dust floating in the air. What is that? I waved my hand through the glowing dust, and it felt really warm and tingly on my fingertips. Whoa, cool.
Did you just see the lights flicker?
Yeah, what was that?
Wait, could they see that? I tried it again.
There it is again!
It worked! Somehow what I did here affected the other world, and I could communicate. Luckily, I knew Sam knew Morse code. She was a bit of a geek, just like me.
Wait, I think that's Morse code. It's Bumpy!
Yes! Good one, Sam! Now, if only they could tell me how to get out of here.
Go to the facility, Bumpy. It has something to do with your powers. It's your best shot.
Hope you got my baseball bat, Bumpy! Smack some monsters with it for me!
Back to the facility by myself? I didn't like that idea, but it was starting to look like I didn't have any other choice. The next few days, I made my way through the town back to the facility, being as stealthy as possible. But when I wasn't, I channeled my inner Chuck and sent a few monsters out of the ballpark. After so much time here, this place wasn't feeling quite so scary, but I knew that if I wasn't careful, I wouldn't be making it out of here. On day 49, I made it back to that building and snuck inside. Luckily, it seemed to be empty, but I wasn't going to take any chances. I made my way as carefully and quietly as I could back to that weird play area where I had started to have those weird flashes of deja vu. What even is this place? Whatever it was, it gave me a strange sort of feeling. I had definitely been here before. I didn't really remember much of my childhood. Anything, really. Could I have grown up in this place? I had this weird memory of people in lab coats. Other kids? Yeah, this wasn't just my imagination. Wait, what's that? I noticed something on the floor, like an orange glow. It looked like a crack in the earth, kinda like the portals. Was this my way out of here? Oh man, I recognized that sound. I just can't catch a break. I knew the bat wasn't going to be enough to stop this guy. I searched my mind for those powers once again, and they were there! My brain was on fire, but I could feel it in me. I held the creature there in the air, using every bit of power that I could. But then I felt something, like that crack in the earth was reaching out to me. I reached my hand out towards that as well. My brain felt like it was melting, but I poured every bit of power I had left out into that crack, and it started widening. Come on, just a little further. Once the portal was open, I sent out all the remaining energy into one big blast, slamming the monster against the wall. Then I made a dash to the portal, and I'm never coming back here again. I fell through the portal and landed hard on the ground. My head was pounding, but it looked like I made it back. I got to my feet and saw that not all the news was good. Oh, hey guys. Long time no see.
So, the prodigal son returns. I don't think I'm going to go easy on you this time.
Just one problem after another. I wasn't sure how much time had passed after that. It felt like weeks, but it might have been months for all I knew. That gray guy kept me prisoner, and every day he would march me out and try to make me use my powers. I always refused, but honestly, I wasn't even sure if I could use my powers. Either way, I needed to think of a plan to get out of here, and soon. On day 77, at least I think it was that day, I was marched out back into those weirdly familiar rooms in front of Dr. Gray.
What you don't seem to understand, Bumpy, is that I'm willing to keep you here as long as I must, until you start being honest with me.
What you don't seem to understand is how stubborn I can be.
Teenagers! Why must you be so annoying?
I don't know. Maybe you should take a look in the mirror. This guy was really getting on my nerves. How was I gonna get out of here? Then I saw it, a crack in the earth, just like the one I had used to get here. Suddenly, a plan started forming in my mind. You know what? You're right. I'm tired of this.
You are?
Yeah, so I'll show you my powers.
Good! But no funny business.
Do I look like a stand-up comedian? I reached out with my powers, sending it out towards that rift in the earth. I could feel that other dimension there on the other side. Dark and terrifying, but I had no choice. Here we go!
It's working!
Yeah, it was definitely working, especially once I heard that familiar sound.
Wait, this was a trick!
Sorry, buddy. Maybe this guy'll be a little more talkative.
Well, don't just stand there, shoot it!
Guess that's my cue to leave.
Not so fast!
Enjoy your party, losers! The next day, I sneakily made my way through the town back to my house and climbed down into the basement. Luckily, my friends were waiting there for me.
Bumpy! Glad you're all right, Bumpy.
I quickly filled my friends in on everything that had happened.
So you can open portals now? That's so cool!
Only if there's one of those cracks to the other dimension. And yeah, it is pretty cool.
Look, as great as all this is, we probably shouldn't stay here any longer. Bumpy's little trick won't keep them distracted forever.
I've got an idea. Remember that fort we built out in the woods a few years ago?
That's brilliant, Bumpy!
We can lay low there until the heat dies down. I'm not sure what to do after that, though.
I've got some ideas for that. Come on, let's grab some things and get out of here.
The next day, we made our way through the woods back to that old fort we built as kids. It was so secluded, I was sure nobody would find us there.
Hey, guys! Please tell me this is you, Bumpy!
Out of nowhere, a portal opened up and Chuck was pulled in. Chuck! We have to go after him.
Back to Wonderland, I guess.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. When we landed in the other dimension, Chuck was nowhere to be found. So Sam and I started looking around for him. This place wasn't quite so scary to me anymore, but we still needed to avoid those monsters. Looks like we weren't the only people here, though. Careful! Soldiers!
Even worse, the Lich.
You enter my realm. That was unwise.
That Lich guy went crazy on the soldiers. They didn't even stand a chance against him, and neither did we probably. What was this thing? How did it get so powerful? Was he going to do to us what he was doing to those soldiers? I couldn't think about that now, though. Chuck was in trouble, and he needed me. That was terrifying.
Yeah, we need to follow it.
What?
It could lead us to Chuck.
You're right. All right, let's go. Hope Chuck is still all right. On day 83, Sam and I followed the Lich back to its lair, which basically looked like a haunted house, so pretty much exactly what you'd expect from a freaky undead monster dude. Was Chuck really in here? Poor guy must be terrified. If he was still alive. We gotta figure out if Chuck is in here.
Give me a boost. I'll peek in through the window.
I lifted Sam up so she could look inside. See anything?
Yeah, a lot of dust.
Well, that's super creepy.
Wait, I think I see Chuck. He's in some kind of pod-looking thing.
We need a plan to get Chuck out of there. On day 84, we enacted our plan to free Chuck. Sam was right. I didn't like her idea because it meant using me as a distraction while Sam snuck in and freed Chuck. Still, there weren't any better options, and all I needed to do was give them enough time to escape without ending up like a human pretzel myself. Easier said than done, though. All right, here goes nothing. I walked into the house. It was cold and dark and really, really creepy. You can do this, Bumpy. You're gonna save your friends. Mustering all my courage, I yelled out into the open hallway. Wow, this place could sure use an interior decorator. Not my best one-liner, but I was freaked out, all right? Well, that worked.
You are a fool to have come here into my abode.
Wow, I can't believe anyone could actually live in a pigsty like this.
Surrender, and I may be merciful.
How about you surrender and I don't kick your butt? I sure hoped Sam was almost done.
Your insolence shall be punished.
I don't even know what that word means. Uh-oh, this wasn't good. I knew he'd turn me into a pancake if I didn't act quickly. I reached out for my powers. I'm not going down so easy. I blasted the Lich with my telekinesis and sent him flying.
What? How?
Shouldn't have underestimated me. Sam, time to go.
We're good. Get out of there, Bumpy.
Didn't have to tell me twice. I hightailed it out of there as fast as I could.
You will pay.
On days 85 to 92, we were hiding in the town, hoping to find an opportunity to escape. But the Lich must have sent monsters after us because they were everywhere. We needed to find one of those rifts so I could open another portal, but that was proving easier said than done. Still, at least Chuck was alive, though he was being awfully quiet after we saved him. I couldn't really blame him though, honestly. After hiding out for several days, we were all starting to get pretty exhausted. It felt like we were never going to get out of here. Then Sam said something that made me feel cold all over.
He's just gonna find someone else. You know.
You mean the Lich?
Now that he doesn't have Chuck, he's probably gonna find another kid for whatever it was he was doing.
I looked over at Chuck, who still hadn't really talked since we freed him. We can't let this happen to anyone else. We need to stop him.
No, Bumpy. You need to stop him. You're the only one of us who can.
Sam was right. I needed to stop the Lich, but I couldn't do it alone.
I'm in.
Chuck?
We can't let anyone else go through what I went through. We have to stop him.
So, we're doing this?
Yeah, we're doing this. But first, I think we need to do a bit of grinding. We spent the next few days leveling ourselves up by fighting any monsters we came across. When we were as a team, it was like we were unstoppable. Chuck would rage out with his baseball bat, Sam had perfect accuracy and came up with our plans of attack, and I was training my powers so that once we went up against that Lich again, we'd be able to take him down for sure. The more we fought, the more confident I felt that we'd be able to do this. That monster didn't know who he was messing with. On day 99, we were trained up and ready to take on the Lich. But as we went back to that creepy house to confront him, portals suddenly started opening up around us. All around us, people were getting pulled into this dimension. And they didn't stand a chance against the monsters here. We needed to defeat the Lich before anyone else got hurt. Come on, guys, let's get this done.
Wait! Look, it's that gray man again.
What? How is this happening? You two, stop that thing!
What a chicken! All right, enough distractions. Time to end this. On day 100, it was finally time to face the Lich once and for all. I turned back to my friends. Are you sure you guys are ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be. Let's get this guy.
This is where we become heroes, right? We've got this.
All right, on my lead. Time to take down the boss. I led my friends into the house. It was just as dark and cold as last time, but this time we were ready. We were going to defeat this guy.
Fools, you have come to stop me, but I have been waiting.
Well, I hope you've been waiting to get your butt kicked, because that's what's about to happen.
Chuck, distract Action time!
Right!
Now's your chance, Bumpy!
Take him down, buddy! We've got your back!
I reached out with my mind towards the lich, and suddenly it was like the whole world swirled and floated away. And then I was somewhere else.
So, you think you can defeat me in my own mind?
This is your mind? Pretty small, don't you think?
You surprised me the first time, but that will be your last.
You messed with the wrong teenager!
You are still so weak.
The only weak one here is you! I mustered up everything I had inside me, all the power I could find. My mind felt like it was going to explode, and before it was too much, I threw all of it at the lich. You're finished!
Impossible.
We did it! We defeated the lich!